love dive.
So I wanted to do a little silly story time about something that happened a few years ago. We're all on good terms now. This was just a freak accident. So a few years ago, me and my friend were with each other, and then our other friend that lived up the street, that's how I'm gonna name it, Up Street Girl. We were planning on hanging out, but the thing is her dad wasn't home, so he didn't want us in the house whenever he wasn't there, so we literally had to sneak in through the fucking basement. Like, this was a fucking, like, a sting operation. No, that's pedophilic. Sorry. Like, this was a undercover mission, like spy shit, right? So we go through the basement, we get up to the top of the house. Mind you, this is January 1st. So we're all just chilling, and Down Street Girl, that's another girl, or I'm gonna call her Period Head because her hair is like period colored now. So me, Oreo Head Girl, and Period Head Girl are all hanging out, and we're just having a blast, just doing silly shit. And then we get the idea to invite our one friend. Now, like I said, me and this friend, this time I'm gonna name him PJ because it doesn't matter. So we get the idea to invite PJ over because we're all very close, right? And at the time, Period Head Girl and PJ are dating, right? So obviously, why not let them come over? So PJ comes over and Period Head Girl, and I think that whole day something just fell off. Period Head Girl, Period Head Girl and BJ, they're just sitting there arguing with each other. Me, Oreo Girl, and Period Head Girl all go upstairs into the guest bedroom in my friend and Oreo Head's house. And for some odd reason, Period Head Girl's watching porn on her Chromebook, you know, because, like, that's normal. And it was specifically gay. Let me mention that. So we're upstairs just, I guess, watching this, and me and Oreo Head Girl go downstairs to PJ. And we go downstairs to PJ, and he's just sitting in the, okay, so, like, Oreo Head Girl's living room is, like, lined out like this. So you walk in, and there's just the kitchen, and then when you walk into the main living room, it's like there's the living room, there's another little side room over here where, like, it's a second entrance to enter the house. Then, like, if you look this way, there's like a little entrance to, like, this room. I don't know what you would call it. There's a sink in there though. I don't know why. Me, Oreo Head Girl, and PJ are just sitting downstairs, and we're asking PJ, do you want to break up with Gia? And we're just pressing the fuck out of PJ. So eventually he just gets pissed off because we're writing it down on a fucking sticky pad. He slams the sticky pad on the ground. He walks into the kitchen. And mind you, I'm like one of those friends that would, like, follow along, just to, like, see what's going on, just make sure you're okay, right? So I follow him into the kitchen, and I had this bright idea in my mind. So he's looking towards the sink, and there's this tiny little, like, I think a steak knife in there, and then eventually I'm like, what I'm doing is I'm, like, hugging him to hold him back from grabbing a knife, right? So then eventually I can't handle him anymore, and I put the knife down that he originally had. Then he goes to the knife block, pulls out a purple knife. Now, okay, so basically me and him are just standing this way, basically, like, in front of each other. So I'm just like, do it. And I'm like, meanwhile, my life is flashing before my eyes. I don't even know why. My life is flashing before my eyes. And just standing there with this fucking purple knife in his hand. And I'm literally bawling. I was so scared, right? He wasn't even gonna do anything. Should I mention that? He was not even gonna do anything. He was just doing that, I think, just to scare the piss out of me, which he did. I get this bright idea to push a chair into him. Remember how I said that on this side there's an entrance to leave the house? I dart for that way. So as I'm darting for that entrance, I push the chair into him, I leave. And I guess sometime whenever this was all happening, me and Jay are sitting in the dark ass kitchen, but I could still see him. I guess Oreo Head Girl throws a pen in there, and me and him just both look at it. Meanwhile, he's holding this knife in his hand. So then I eventually dart out of the house, and my first fucking thought is to go down to my friend's house. Like, why was that my first thought? Okay, right. So then I finally get to my house as I'm crying and, like, bawling my eyes out. Mind you, I left all of my friends there. That really just shows how much of a dickhead I am, but I would never actually do that. I was just in shock. So then I get down to my house, and once I get down to my house, I don't tell anybody for like a good minute, and then I'm like talking to my mom about it. And I thought they were gonna call the police. I was like dreading. I did not want to get him in trouble. I did not want to get anybody in trouble. His dad comes to grab him, and then me and Mo are arguing over the phone right now. And texting me eventually and saying that she's scared. Like she's so scared right now. Because originally me and her were arguing, saying that he wasn't even actually going to do anything, and that they're sitting on the porch right now. But then texts me and says she's scared, right? So I'm like, then come down. So she comes down to my house, she's bawling her eyes out. So I'm like comforting her and everything, and we're just sitting in my room, this room right now. We're sitting in the room, and I'm just thinking like, damn. And I think Period Head Girl was still up there, which is crazy if you really think about it. So me and Oreo Head Girl are just sitting on my bed, and we're just thinking out loud, just pissing our pants. So then eventually we get downstairs because whatever. And my mom, she was fine with Oreo Head Girl being here. I don't know where the hell Period Head Girl went. Me and her are best friends now, though, obviously. We always have been, but I don't know where the fuck she went. So then my one friend, me and her are really close too. She starts texting me and say that PJ's gonna kill us. He apparently has a knife and he's coming to kill me and Oreo Head Girl right now. Meanwhile, me and this girl really hated each other at the time, so she would fuck with me all the time. Me and her are besties now, though. So yeah, we're just sitting there, and yeah, like I said, she's texting us and everything. So that night, I remember, me and Morgan were just playing IMVU. Like, why? After that traumatic ass thing, by the way, I'm not traumatized. Honestly, every time we all look back on that, we laugh. Morgan goes home, and I'm just at my house, and that night I'm having like trouble sleeping or whatever, because I was scared. I was like, it's still in shock a little bit. So I think like a few months after that, me and PJ are best friends again. So like, yeah, no bad blood at all. Me and PJ are best friends still, and that's how it's always gonna go. Everybody that was in that night, we're all still best friends. After that, really nothing. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much the story of the time when I almost got stabbed. I'm gonna name the video that, just to like draw people in. I'm joking. I'm not a clickbaity person. That's disturbing, honestly. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and all my socials will be linked in the bio below, including anything else, I guess. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like about it, because I still even have to make sure I'm even allowed to post this video, because I'm not sure if he would like me posting that, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'll see you guys later, though. I'm trying to figure this shit out right now, so yeah, bye guys.